Hello, internets. How's everybody doing today?
Folks, here we are again. A major disaster in our city. Explosions, a bridge collapse, weapons.
So, like I said yesterday, today we are talking comics. I've got some stuff to talk about today, and we're gonna play some Spider-Man Miles Morales. So we'll get fully started here in a few. Let some people jump on before we start talking about this week's new releases. I don't have a co-host, so today's co-host is Miles. I've got a few good books to talk about this week.
The underground's attack was little more than an armored car heist until Spider-Man's bratty little sidekick showed up and tried to handle things all on his own. What happened next? He made things worse.
Someone caught a weapons deal happening. Good looking out, people.
Hope everyone is having a good new comic book day.
I'm sure that weapons deal is totally legit, but I should check it out anyway.
He saw everything!
Why can't you sell something nice? Like Snickers or pizza?
You don't stand a chance, kid!
So as I'm sure you will see, I don't play video games very often, so I'm gonna get hit a lot.
Stay out of my business, freak show! You're done, kid!
We'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll start talking about the books right at 4 o'clock. Give people plenty of time to jump in.
Keeping the neighborhood safe from rock-song weapons. Spider-Man style.
So I haven't actually played the regular Spider-Man, but this one has been a lot of fun.
Wonder if this is how Dad felt after a kiss.
It reminds me a lot of the old Spider-Man 2 game on PS2. You just kind of have free range in New York, can stop crimes, and then of course follow the regular story. I do like that they made an entire game just for Miles. I think he's an awesome character. I really think he's probably the only character that I would say successfully piggybacked off of an already existing character. You might could say that about Kamala. We'll see. Okay, so I've got a nice stack of books here I want to talk about this week. We had Sisters of Battle, number 3 from Marvel. We Don't Kill Spiders, number 1. This is from Scout Comics, Black Caravan. Then we had Amazing Spider-Man, number 76. Shang Chi, number 5. Vampirverse, this is number 2. And No One Left to Fight, number 2. So, we'll jump right on in here. I'm just going to talk about the books. We'll play some games. Should be a fun time. So, No One Left to Fight. This is a Dark Horse book written, and I think, let me double check since I have it here. Okay, written by Aubrey Sitterson and art by Fico Ossio. So I really enjoyed the book. It is a direct sequel to No One Left to Fight number 1, which I did not read that, but using your context clues, I think it'll be okay. You can jump right on the story and not be a big deal. The colors are fantastic. fantastic, Be Nasty. I love it. That's part of why I picked it up. I saw just the cover in the previous catalog, and I was like, man, this looks pretty. So, yeah, it's definitely worth picking up. It's the story-wise, it's kind of like I got the same sort of vibes as Dragon Ball. Like, it's just these fighters, and the two main characters are very much Goku and Vegeta, and then of course there's a Bulma type character in there as well, and it is very much Dragon Ball with a little bit more complexity between the relationships of the characters. The art's amazing. It's going to be a 5-issue run. I'm super excited. I would agree, Be Nasty. I love books with pretty colors. It's a lot of the reason why I pick a book is because of the colors. But yeah, that was a Dark Horse book. The issue number 2 is on FOC this week, so for sure go check it out. Go check out number 1 this week, and then if you like it, hop on our website and you can get issue 2 on the. You can go ahead and get that pre-ordered. That's one thing I always, especially with Dark Horse, I try to make sure that it is that I get this stuff pre-ordered, and that is because Dark Horse is really bad about delaying books, and then you forget about the book. You forget that it ever even existed and move on about your life, and you miss out on a good book. Hello, Zero Joker. Glad you could join us. But yeah, No One Left to Fight 2, issue number 1. Check it out. My next book this week was Vampirverse number 2. I would say I'm a pretty big Dynamite fan. There's a lot of books I read from there. Red Sonja is one of my favorite characters. I wouldn't say that Vampirella is necessarily a favorite character of mine, but I do enjoy Vampirella, and I also do like all the multiverse stuff people have been putting out lately. Speaking of Dragon Ball, I'd recommend Dr. Afra 15 this week. That book has some really cool stuff in it. I will for sure go pick that up the shelf and check it out. I've heard, Chris really likes all of the Star Wars books. I am reading High Republic as far as Star Wars, and that's about it. But I am always open to suggestions. But anyway, Vampirverse, I'm loving all of the multiverse variant type stuff that people have been doing basically ever since Loki came out. I think it's a lot of fun. This is basically about there's the Book of Prophecy, which is written by the artist. This artist loves Vampirella. So there's the main vamp that has the book, and the book is missing pages. So they're trying to track down these missing pages of the book, and the book is also kind of personified. So the book can actually take a human form and talk and all this jazz. But yeah, so they're trying to find the missing pages, and the bad Vampirella is trying to kill all the other Vampirellas and essentially get to the artist to destroy the artist, which would in turn destroy reality. It's been decent so far. It's a good read. I don't expect it'll go much longer than, I'm going to guess 12 issues right now. I haven't seen anything for sure, but I'll read it, check it out. It was okay. It definitely wasn't the best book I read this week, but it wasn't bad either.
It doesn't matter if he thinks Spider-Man's good. It doesn't even matter if he thinks he's good. Matters is, every time something gets destroyed in this city, he's there. Or now, his protege is. Ask yourselves, with all these crises we've faced, can we really afford to deal with twice?
Looks like an assault. Reporter even included exact coordinates.
Also, if you notice, we've been trying some new content here. Friday, Brandon and I played Avengers Mightiest Heroes. Today I'm playing Miles Morales. Please bear with the mediocrity of my gaming skills. But if there's games you want to see, let us know. We'd like to give the video games a little bit more of a try. I know Brandon's a big PC gamer. I don't do much video gaming, just every now and then. Injustice would be cool. So I have Injustice 2. And I've been thinking about bringing it up here. Maybe me and Brandon can have a showdown. So back onto the books. Also this week, Shang Chi number 5. This was another really good one. I love Shang Chi, and I thought the character was interesting even before the movie. But yeah, the book is really good. The premise of this particular Shang-Chi series is, if it's on Game Pass, I know Brandon has can do the Game Pass stuff. I also have, I have it on PS4. That's what I'm playing Miles on today. I brought my PS4. Yeah, so Shang-Chi has taken over the 5 weapons society from Pops, and he's trying to make it legit. And in the process of this, he keeps getting wrapped up with different things with the Avengers, and they think that he stole a cosmic cube. So the Avengers aren't too sure whether he's trying to change the society or the society is changing him, but he's doing his best. In this one, the Red Dots gang show up. They try to sell him a suit of Iron Man armor. Iron Man shows up. This is all a setup from Iron Man to just see if he was lying or not. And so the Avengers, at the end of the day, they still think he's lying. I think the next issue is going to be the last issue. So yeah, we'll see a Shang-Chi Avengers showdown come issue number 6, which features Thor on the cover. Every issue has been Shang-Chi plus some other hero. So the first issue was Spider-Man, then Captain America, then Wolverine, now Iron Man, and then lastly Thor. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I love how I just love these characters that just want to do the right thing. And he is definitely one of those characters. He makes life way harder than it probably needs to be just because he wants to do the right thing. He wants to make things legit. Yeah, it was a good book. Go pick up the other issues. It's worth the read, and next month's the end. So if you can track down 1 through 4, I would do it. I've heard Trellis. I think Chris is saying Trellis Shadows was going to be really good, which he's been reading the novels. So, and Trellis Shadows is supposed to directly pick off where one of the novels ended, I believe. It is kind of cool. That's one thing I like about the Star Wars universe is all the different types of stories that you can kind of get out of it. So yeah, detective story in Star Wars.
Lost them.
I didn't see the new comic announcement. Do you happen to know what it was?
Excuse me.
Nice. That looks cool. Okay, that's cool. That is cool tying it into a real place like that and being able to go to the hotel and know the story behind it. I do think it's really cool when they do major, I guess, story arcs in the comics. You know, I was super surprised when they did that with
Cops all boarded up.
Marnie's Calgar
Sad to see it like
in
this.
Warhammer. I mean, that
Find a low-profile way in.
what they did with that was that was a huge story reveal, and they just
Might get lucky with an unlocked window.
casually dropped it in there. So, speaking of Marnie's Calgar, let's talk about Warhammer Sisters of Battle number 3. The Warhammer books are really good. Check it out. Especially, I mean, they're good enough that they are.
Today I have the honor of welcoming Roxxon Energy's head of R&D.
They are
The app. Better
good
get
enough
moving.
to keep diehard fans entertained and not disappoint, but also they present the vast amount of Warhammer lore in a way that I think is easy for new people to get into Warhammer, basically, because there's so much lore there. But this just, it gives you like bite-sized little pieces. And this follows, of course, the Sisters of Battle, which are a holy order that are like diehard dedicated to the Emperor of Man. And they are on a traitor world.
Like a break-in. Yeah, it is.
So they're basically fighting chaos cultists.
Burglars. You guys should abandon your life of crime. You're not good at it.
My surprise book that ended up being just super good this week was We Don't Kill Spiders. This is a number one from Black Caravan. It's a line of Scout comics. Written by Joseph Schmalka and art by Joseph Schmalka. So it was like blew me away. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know this book was coming out. I saw it on the shelf and just thought the cover looked cool. And it's about this Viking village that is being plagued by some sort of witch. And they hire this ex-berserker to come check it out. He doesn't believe in the gods, so he is immune in a way to the curse. So he's there. He asks the help of the established village witch, which lives out of the settlement and is an outcast and all this stuff, and everyone else is afraid of her. But since he doesn't believe in that sort of stuff, he's not afraid. He goes to ask her for help. And
This car chase is about to turn into a web chase.
They're looking around. She does some sort of. They go to the last crime scene because she's a necromancer and is trying to talk to the souls. She finds out that the souls themselves have been slain, and that's kind of where the book ends. I'm super excited for the next one. It was a very good book, and the art was really good. I liked the colors in it as well. We've already talked about how important colors are to a book. But this was definitely a win for me.
Someone's gonna get hit if I don't stop that car. Whoa! Faster than it looked. Stop! Learn to drive and not steal cars. Yeah, that'll show him.
I didn't read any Titans. I did not read Titans United. My main DC book for this week was the Batman Long Halloween special, and it got delayed till next week, so I did not read any DC this week.
Hey friends, some news. East North, Satellite Ranch in Harlem.
How was number one? I did not pick up the number one either.
But I've heard that a flood made the building
Is it worth me going and finding?
If you're able to donate money, time, blankets, or food, it would really help the people who will be displaced from this. Today's advice? Lining your trash can with paper will...
I'll have to go check it out. I imagine there's a spare copy around here somewhere. The closest thing to Titans that I've been reading recently is Shazam, and it's almost over also, but it was pretty good.
Try that again.
Okay, yeah, I know Kevin Scott, and I think High Republic has been really good. I thought High Republic was kind of slow at first, but now that Kiev has kind of figured out, she's getting more comfortable with her own self. I think she's going to be a really cool character. I'm liking this whole her going undercover thing. So yeah,
Shop's all boarded up. Sad to see it like this. Should find a low-profile way in. Don't want to draw attention.
so my last book,
Window.
I like monsters too. I think monsters, particularly monster movies, are a very underappreciated
Here we go.
genre.
Hello? Man, this place is dusty. No one's been here in a while.
My last book for this week is, at least the ones that I've read so far. I've got a couple that I haven't managed to read, but the last one that I've read is Amazing Spider-Man 76. What can I say? We talked about 75 last week and how good it was. This one just keeps that momentum running. We see what is going on with Pete, and kind of he's in hot water after 75.
Nothing in here's been touched for at least 6 months.
He manages to gain some consciousness at some point and talk to Ben, and he actually gives Ben his graces to go be Spider-Man, and so that was kind of a big deal. So yeah, for the next several issues at least, we're going to be seeing Ben Reilly running around as Spider-Man.
So he could keep running the shop during the day. Guy was unstoppable.
Which I like Ben Reilly. If you checked out our Inktober stream,
3 generations of Masons have owned this shop.
I drew
So did when their parents died.
the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider costume this week. Thinking next Monday during our stream, I'll probably be trying to tackle Miles. I'm just going to keep adding Spider-Man to my sketch cover. Very cool. Spider-Man is probably my favorite character. I've always been a huge Spider fan.
Roxanne ID for Ella Sterling.
If you can get
But the photo is
76 isn't a horrible place to start, but if you can find 75, 75 is the true first issue for this story arc. Ben Reilly's getting a #1 in January, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I really just like the fresh
some kind of meds.
creative team. I don't have any
CSF.
problems with Nick Spencer. I just
Bone marrow decay.
it seemed like
This.
it was a 74 issue run about. And if you didn't read the first issue, the last issue, the later issues still weren't making very much sense. And I just feel like the stuff should have been shorter so to make it easier to jump in on. The Green Goblin cover is cool. That's the cover I ended up getting as well.
Someone bricked this up recently. Okay, this is a secret room. Finn must have designed all the Underground's gear. Funny how we both started wearing masks.
Even with all the stuff going on, I
video file.
December 17th, I guarantee that Peter Parker will be back on his feet, just because of how Marvel does with their comics lining up with the movies. But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man still holds true to being one of my favorite books.
Krieger still want him in his new form. We need to do this tonight.
Let me. You sure we're ready?
We have to be. They broke ground in Harlem today, ahead of schedule.
Poisoning the city to make a buck.
They keep cutting corners, ignoring safety reports. I can't let them pervert my work like this, Finn.
Okay. First we flush the core, then we wipe all data. You're sure they can't just make more of this stuff?
No. No, as long as we take out the backup supply in Jersey too. But without me, they'll have no idea how new form works. Project will be DOA.
I'll record us. Things go wrong, video uploads straight to the Bugle.
Perfect. You ready to save New York?
Ready.
There's a second video.
Damn it. No uploads. Phone must have been damaged. I won't let tonight be for nothing. I promise, Rick.
They were trying to shut the new form project down. Something went wrong. Last known location of her phone. If I can track it. Come on, come on. Be invisible, be invisible. Come on.
He's here! Don't let him leave!
You can cloak?
I'll show you what we can do!
Straight up vanishing me to freak these guys out. Can't stealth these guys till they calm down. They're too alert.
Don't let Spider-Man near the computer!
Where the hell did he go?
Well, that about wraps it up for me for comics this week. Thank you guys for tuning in and chatting with me. Don't forget to come back for our podcast tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central. It'll be me and Brandon. And don't forget about Magic Live on Friday. So I want to say thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.